Alright guys, welcome to, I think, what should be the first video on this channel. It's going to be, I actually thought the first video on this channel would be a phone review, because it was going to. And then I said, I'm not actually enjoying this, and then I didn't post it. But this is something that I do enjoy and have been enjoying for a couple of years now. This right here is a prop replica based on the 10th Doctor's Sonic Screwdriver by Rubbertoe Replicas. This is based off the Series 4 variant in the cream color. There were slight variations of this prop over the several course of the years. I'm not sure if that Englished well. First video, I'll get over it. And sorry for the messy construction here. I don't have much of a scene to make reviews out of, so I'm kind of just banking on this corner here. We've got what I think is a fantastic prop. I actually really enjoy getting to mess around with the prop, using its lights and sound effects, and then obviously it looks fantastic on display. I already took it out of the can it came in. I was considering putting it back in the can, but I thought it was a little bit too much trouble, only because it's hard to take out. The prop itself just lines in with that little base stand, and then the base goes at the bottom of this stand here. You can see it when it first arrives in your mail or whatever. You can see the Sonic displayed on the inside with the prop display at the bottom. And then when you're taking out the Sonic is the easiest thing to take out. But the display stand is the thing that gets stuck right at the top. You kind of gotta like wedge it out, and I don't want to damage the metal or scrape it or produce any nicks, so I didn't bother putting it back in the tin. But here's the prop. Beautiful prop. It comes with these three things that you see here. It comes with a display tin can thing if you want to keep it inside. It comes with a display stand, which I believe is made from solid aluminum. And then we have the Sonic screwdriver itself. And lastly, the certificate of authenticity. Shows here Doctor Who insignia. It's got the 10th Doctor Sonic Screwdriver by Rubbertoe Replicas, the Series 4 variant, because there was a different variant on his website that he made, which was in a bluish tint, kind of representative of the 11th hour model. And then we have the certificate of authenticity, number 223 out of 500. I'd say it's a good number. Wish I got a solid one, like 200 would have been dope, or maybe 250. Turning it on the back, we have a little bit of David Tennant on the graphic, and a mixture of different stuff from his era, like the TARDIS box. We've got some of his quotes, like wibbly wobbly, don't blink, no really duck. Pretty dope. Pretty dope stuff. I think the graphic looks pretty sick on display. It did come in with a little bit of like, I guess, I don't know if you would call it a scuff, but just like printing. I don't know. It's kind of like when you scrape it on something and it kind of like ruins the image, which is fine. Most of it is just going to be like lying like this anyways, or I'm just going to have it on the certificate side, really. But that's that. So I'm going to set that aside. There's also a set of care instructions that come included. How to take care of the prop, how to remove the batteries, what you should do, what you shouldn't do, warranty stuff, gibberish, yada yada, timey-wimey stuff. Tin can, you've got the Doctor Who logo on the front as well. I'm not sure if the camera's going to focus. Hopefully it does. There you go. Oh, that became too dark. It's got this aluminum. For British people, aluminium. Americans, aluminum. We've got the blue stripe here, kind of like the prop, which I will go into in a little bit. Same thing, 10 Dr. Sonic Screwdriver, Rubbertoe Replica, Series 4 variant. Little plastic display window here, if you ever want to keep it there. Shows your edition number at the bottom for him to keep track, make sure it doesn't get lost. I assume 223. The inside, just nothing, just a tin can. You might even get away with putting chocolates in here if you like, or pens, or anything that you don't want anybody else to see, because why would anyone open up this tin can for nerds, right? So we're going to put this away. And then now we have the actual thing that we wanted to see. It's the sonic screwdriver. It looks fantastic. I'm actually very, very pleased with how this came out. We're going to take a look at the stand real quick. It's a very simple stand. It's a very simple design, but it's quite hefty. I actually love the weight of it. It's definitely pure aluminum. I can't hear anything besides the actual base. Nothing's hollow. It's got a drilled hole here for your sonic screwdriver. Don't put your thumb in it. And it's got, I believe, what is blue resin. Matching the blue design from the sonic screwdriver itself. Turning it on its underside, you have again the Doctor Who insignia. You've got 10 Doctor Sonic screwdriver, everything repeats, number edition 223. It no longer comes with Nick Robato's signature, nor does it come on the certificate authenticity. I'm not sure if that is a design choice. I'm not sure if because it's a partnership. If for those who don't know, the Sonic screwdriver was made in collaboration with Little Shop Props. They took care of the paint job work on the Sonic, which was stellar, absolutely stellar. I'll show you the Sonic now, I suppose, because this is what you really came to see. 7 minutes gone by, and I have not shown the Sonic. I am so sorry, guys. So this is the Sonic screwdriver itself. I think it looks fantastic, made from aluminum. We've got Delrin, we've got brass. It has a brass internal core now, as opposed to the other props, which made them lighter before because they lacked a brass internal core. Now that this one's brass on the inside, it's got a little bit of weight. And I'm a fan of it. I love that it has a little bit of weight. Still not super heavy, nothing in comparison to like the 11th Doctor Sonic screwdriver. That one's definitely a big boy. I love this prop. There are people willing to argue that they would not buy this for specific reasons, which I'll get into. But what we will focus on is this marvelous paint job here. It's incredible. Incredible. The body is made from aluminum where the paint is on. You have the 2 accurate grub screws on the back here, the blue strip, and the slider plate is made from brass. From my understanding, brass is a little difficult retaining paint. It is painted, as you can see, so it matches the entire Sonic. But over time, I believe it will be the first thing to go from the rest of the Sonic, assuming you keep handling it. They do offer repaint services. I'm not sure if it's a cost process. I'm not sure if they're going to charge you. I'm sure they will. But just try not to use it. Again, this is not a toy. This is a prop replica meant for display. But again, the paint job is just stellar work. Stellar crackle. It's the reason why I bought this Sonic as opposed to the other one that was on Nick's site. But amazing. Now, I'm not sure. I should have made my research, I guess. I'm not sure if this piece comes off. It does have a little bit of wiggle, but it does not really pull off. So I don't think it's supposed to go. I guess it's just there. Moving up to the emitter section, we have the beautifully crafted emitter head. This is where I'm going to get into, not super detailed, it's just going to be like a quick review. It's not entirely accurate. It's got a little bit more of a squared emitter design here in the window section. The original prop that David used, at least for Series 4, it was a little bit more rounded. I'm not sure what's going on here. There are a few slight inaccuracies too, very, very, very slight, that if you weren't really paying attention, it doesn't really matter. This section here, right at the little indent right there, kind of, it should be curving in a little steeper, but it doesn't on this prop. The window section here should be a little bit more rounded, but aside from that, in the emitter section here, it's perfect. The lens is beautifully made as well. It's got a nice matte touch as well. I think it looks fantastic. I'm sorry I'm having difficulty focusing it. I turned on the flash so you guys can really see what I'm talking about. New York doesn't really have a lot of sunlight during most parts of the day anymore because of winter. The emitter lens looks absolutely fantastic. I also have shaky hands, guys. I'm sorry. But aside from those inaccuracies there, I think it looks fantastic. If we take a look at the bottom of the sonic screwdriver as well, we've got the end pommel section, whatever you'd like to call it. I call it a pommel because that's what we call it on lightsabers. Um, this section here, I'm going to see if I can get a little closer. This section here should be a little less wide. On the original props, I'm not sure if I'll be showing you guys the original reference pictures that I'm referring to. But if I do, then fantastic. It should be somewhere on your screen. And if not, then I got lazy. Totally okay. It's Christmas Day, whatever. This section here should be a little less wide. And all of these have been noted to me by several people. I'm not sure if they want to be named, but I did get some help in pointing out these inaccuracies, because this all did go into me trying to see if I was going to buy the prop or not. Ultimately, I obviously did buy the prop. Besides that, everything else looks perfect. Oh, one last thing. The prop here has the replica, not the actual prop. The prop here has, I'm not sure if you're going to see it. There's machining marks on the emitter head here. There should not be. This could be a variety of things. It could be quality control. It could be a factory process or whatever. But I feel like this should have been taken care of. But there, if you can see the lighting right there in the middle, right here, there are machining marks. Doesn't bother me too much because I can't really see it from afar. But again, if you're zooming in on it, you can definitely tell. And that goes on all sections there. Very minor. Again, all of these very minor. And as you can see, I still ended up ordering this piece of beautifulness here, because at the end of the day, it doesn't really bother me, because I think the paintwork is fantastic, like genuinely really, really good. Aside from that, I'm very, very happy with this prop. It's a very small prop in comparison to something like the 11th Doctor Sonic Screwdriver. Lights and sound. It does feature light and sound effects. It's actually very bright. If I push on the button, you have a very bright blue LED, which works fantastic. You can see how blue it is. Very bluey. Amazing. You can also slide it up. It's got extending mode too, just like the original prop. Extending the Sonic. Come on, buddy. Come on. There you go. Reveals the wire, the yellow wire, which is accurate to David Seasons. Because if you refer back to the 9th Doctor Sonic Screwdriver, it's got a mixture of black and red, which is accurate to his. But this is made from glass. It's got the wire running through it. It looks fantastic. This Sonic does not hold its position while extended. So unlike the Wand Company Sonic Screwdriver, which does hold its place when you reach the top, this one will slide down. I'm gonna drop it here. It drops quite fast because of the heavy brass core on the inside, but it will drop and stay stationary in its closed position, which is fine, but just means that you can't have it displayed in its open position, which is, you know, everyone has a little bit of a different taste in how they want to display it. It can only be displayed upright. It does not come with any pegs to hold it sideways, which is fine. I kind of like it in the upright position. Very, very beautiful Sonic. I'm very happy with how Nick was able to collaborate with Little Shop Props to get the paintwork done. I think it's a very beautiful, beautiful prop, and I think if you're hesitating on purchasing it, I feel like you should bite the gun. I'm not sure if that's the right saying. Bite the bullet? I'm not quite sure. But I would do it. It's beautiful. I prefer it over the previous model that Nick had made earlier this year and the past couple of years. It's either this, which is still in stock as of today. So if you want to grab it on his website, I would 100% be doing that right now. I think it's a fantastic prop. There's not many out there that make these props now, at least with this quality. Celestial Toy Store doesn't really make the props anymore. Rubbertoe Replicas is doing this. We have Little Shop Props, which is second in hand with coming in with these beautiful replicas, but they're focused on making different editions of the 10th Doctor's and 9th Doctor Sonic Screwdriver, like the Series 3 Aztec. So yeah, am I happy with this? 100%. I'm very happy with how this looks, with how this feels. I'm happy it has sound without paying anything extra, albeit the sound is a little quiet because the actual prop doesn't have any speaker holes for sound, as the original prop only features lights. But as you extend the sonic while activating the sonic, it does get a little bit louder. Which is cool. And then for a slight comparison, in case you guys are interested, we have the One Company sonic screwdriver here. This is a custom body that I had made for it, as I removed the original One Company body, as it was signed by David Tennant himself, and I wanted to keep it on display somewhere safe, because I still wanted to use this. I just didn't want the signature to fade off. So I 3D printed an accurate version that fits the One Company, and here we have it. And this is side by side. You've got very similar construction in terms of dimensions and stuff. So you can see that even if you own a One Company, I'd still be very happy owning one of these, because these bad boys go for a lot of money on eBay now. And broken on top of that. So if you still hold on to one, definitely take care of it. As you can see here, look, even the One Company is slightly less wider in that bottom pommel piece. So it's funny how they got it right. You know, albeit they did scan the One Company Sonic with the original Prop 1 that David Tennant got to keep after his run. But beautiful work, beautiful work. The lenses are obviously different a little bit because they did differ a little bit. The lights on the One Company are not as bright as the actual prop, but the sound on the One Company is definitely louder and inaccurate, to be fair, I think. But yeah, these are the size comparisons, very similar, very small props. One Company does hold its position. I'm going to turn you off. Does hold its position there, and then this one extended like so. And yeah, overall it's just gonna be a quick video. I just want to show that I'm very pleased with this. I'm very happy with how this came out, and sure, were there things that I'd change if I was Nick? Probably, but listen, I'm happy that I'm able to own one of these and call myself an owner 223. Not many have the chance to own one of these beauties. Come on, the camera is definitely struggling here. But yeah, beautiful paintwork, and it's really amazing. I really do appreciate what I have here. And that, my friends, is a quick review on the 10th Doctor Sonic Screwdriver, available by Rubbertoe Replicas. I will be doing, if interested, a little bit more of a deep dive in comparison with this prop to what was seen on screen and used by David Tennant during his Series 4 run, which, you know, it's going to be a longer video. There are definitely extensive changes that have been made to this prop over the course of the years on the show. Am I happy? I'm happy, yes. Should you buy one? If it's available, I say that you should. I think it's a fantastic piece. I think you'll be very happy with it. It's not a toy, so it should definitely be on display. Is it made for cons? I still don't know. The paint is very delicate. I'd be careful taking it to cons. You don't want it to smudge if you want it in pristine condition, and all that. But yeah, overall very happy. So I appreciate you guys tuning in. If you have any comments, questions, concerns, leave them in the comment section below. Feel free to follow me on my Instagram, where I post pictures of my prop replicas. I do have a few more videos coming up of what I do own, and I've got quite a collection so far. But if there's anything that you want to see, just be sure to let me know. I'll be more than happy to interact with you guys in the comment section or in DMs over Instagram or whatever it is. But thank you so much for watching, and have a great day, guys.